Your dreams should be so big that they scare you, that they inspire the greatest amount of fear, because fear attracts reality. And in today's video, I want to talk about how if your dreams are not scaring you away or making you genuinely fearful of achieving them, then your dreams are not big enough. You need to dream bigger, because within you is a God source. You are a manifestation and expression of God, and you can create the craziest reality for yourself possible. Like your highest potential, you should reach that, because you are a version of God, and he literally made you to experience the greatest that it can be being you. Like for me, the greatest I can be being Mexican, being blonde, being coming from where I come from, living in the places I live from, having the heart I do, having the personality I do, having the body I do, having the eyes I do, having the heart I do, having the mindset I do. Like every single thing God gave me specifically to experience this version of a God source as me to the highest expression. And so my fullest, craziest dreams here on earth, like those are because God inspired them within us. Like those are because within you, you can reach the highest potential. Like Kobe Bryant or like Michael Jackson or all these people who did the craziest things. Like they didn't do them because they were a human who just had crazy dreams. They did it because within them, they had a God-inspiring source. Like literally Michael Jackson, in one of his interviews, he said that he felt like he doesn't create any music, that everything's already created for him and it's just there for him to tap into. Like the God within you with all the visions, like that self of you at your highest potential is already there. It already exists because God put it in your brain, and all you have to do is tap into it. Like lean into it, lean into what makes you you, lean into where you feel the most alive, into what scares you, into your inclinations, into all that. And I'm particularly making this video today, obviously, as I'm tearing up, because sometimes I dream so big that my dreams quite literally scare me, because achieving your dreams is like proving to yourself that everything that you thought was limiting you doesn't exist, that you are God, that you are the highest power, and that there was nothing that could ever set you back. And we experience trauma and hardship and like every single thing in our life that we experience, we literally experience to transcend it, to transmute it, to alchemize it into that being where we find our purpose, into that being where we tap into being God. Like we literally, any desire comes from a negative experience. Like, and so when you have these crazy dreams of like being on top of the world and being able to change the world and just like being so wide, like that literally neglects all this upbringing and all this trauma where you felt like you weren't seen, or where you felt like you weren't good enough, or where you felt like all these things. And that's literally the power of alchemizing. Like you take everything that made you feel small and transform it, and then realize that you are God within, and you can achieve the craziest dreams. And actually, it's not about doing it. It's literally just about being it and becoming more of who you are, which is a God source and a God expression. And like once you reach this level, you realize that like all these traumas and all these things were just limitations that like made you who you are. And then your purpose becomes teaching the world how to transform and how to, like in your own way, how you did it, because your path will influence and inspire so many. And we're all unique, because my path isn't going to inspire like the next generations, but maybe your path is going to inspire the next generation. So that's exactly why I need to tell you to go find your purpose too, and tap into the God within and be a God source and be the greatest you can be, because you have a mission. We all have a unique mission, and your mission is so grand. It's so big. You are literally a God source. Like I cannot say this enough in my videos. You are an expression of God. Any person that inspires you, you have the same level of God within you. You have that same consciousness that you can tap into. And yes, it is a lot of work. It is a lot of, sorry, my dog, or my child. It is a lot of work, but like that discipline and that consistency and that mastery of self is literally what also gives you that confidence. And it's all like, everything is literally interconnected, and it all happens so grandiosely if you just are aligned and follow the signs and feel connected to yourself above all, like to yourself, because God is unique for you. Every person experiences God to a different level, because God is different to every single person. And even though he's the same for everything, because we are all one. Like, there's polarities, but anyways, the point of this video is that your dreams need to scare you, because they are going to scare away all that trauma. They're going to scare away all those limitations, all that self, like, insecurity and all that stuff, like, that literally holds you down and weighs you down. Like, your dreams are going to show you that you were God all along, and that all that is a lie, and you were scared for no reason. So moving forward and becoming this God is going to be so scary, because you're going to alchemize all the things that you're scared of. Because the reality is that, like, your traumas and your greatest insecurities are just based off of fear, and alchemizing that and becoming God is going to be you realizing that there was no reason to be scared, and that you were in fact capable, and that reality exists for you already, and you did it. And yeah, I hope this video, I know this video is like very confusing. Sometimes I feel like I talk in 20 different ways and go on 30 different trains, but I guess that's how my brain works sometimes. And if I didn't say it clearly, the point of this video is that your dreams should scare you, because you are capable of achieving the most craziest thing that your brain can imagine. Like, imagination is purposeful, and it's only because that reality of you exists and you can be had. So therefore, tap into that more, lean into that more, lean into those crazy dreams, do whatever your heart tells you to do, because your heart is like the connection to God. Like, before we breathe, our heart, like, once your heart stops pulsing, you're dead. And that's literally because your heart is a connection to God, above your mind. It's literally your heart. So follow your heart and listen to the God within. Master your mind, master your ego, master the human, and tap into God. Bye-bye.